Welcome to the northeast of the Netherlands. When you look around, you can see the River Eems near the city of Delfzijl. The dike you see here is of great importance to Groningen. It has protected the province against floods for hundreds of years. If it were to break, the water would flood the city of Groningen within a single day. To keep us protected from floods caused by climate change and rising sea levels, we are now improving this dike. We are making it higher, stronger and wider from here in Delfzijl all the way to Eemshaven, over a total length of 12 kilometers. During this process, we also take into account that this region is affected by subsidence and earthquakes due to the gas extraction taking place here in Groningen. I'll show you how we're strengthening and improving the dike. Let's go! Here in Delfzijl, we have built the new dike further away from the water to make room for a bigger beach. If you look on the other side, you see the contours of the old dike. This area is well known for the amount of fighting that took place here in the Second World War, and it was likely that we would come across explosives. We investigated the surface and removed the explosives from the dike so we could work safely. During the operations, it is extremely busy along the dike. Trucks, cranes and shovels with sand, clay, asphalt and other materials drive back and forth on this narrow service road to get everything in place. To get the work safely done in the limited time we have, the dike is completely closed to the public for 2 years. The sand and clay we use is brought in by ships. These ships unload in the port of Delfzijl and in Eemshaven. From there we transport the sand to the dike in trucks. In total, we brought in 1 million tons of sand and moved 650,000 cubic meters of clay. Welcome on the shovel with driver Bertus. On both sides of the bucket, you can see GPS receivers. Many of the cranes work with a combination of GPS and the 3D design of the dike. This way, we can construct the dike exactly according to the design. It's high tide on the Eems at the moment. The land behind the dike is more than 1 meter below the water level. At spring tide, this difference can increase to more than 5 meters. In order to protect the land from the water for at least 25 more years, we have raised the dike by 2 meters at this location. We've paved the seaward side with asphalt and concrete blocks and widened the inner shoulder of the dike by about 20 meters. The asphalt we use here is not like the asphalt you find on roads, but a special kind of hydraulic asphalt. We put this on the seaward side of this dike to make the dike stronger. Installing this asphalt is not possible with standard asphalting machines because the slope of the embankment is too steep. That's why we put it in place with a crane. This special roller finally compacts it and makes it flat and smooth. We're now a few kilometers further along the dike. Most of the dike is being raised and covered with asphalt on the seaward side, but not here. Here we do something special. In this area, we do not raise the sea dike. We build a second dike inland. The two dikes together form the primary flood defense, and we call this a double dike. At extremely high tide, water is allowed to pass over the first dike. The second dike then keeps the water from flooding the land behind it. On and around this dike, many birds and other animals live and breed. Our ecologists keep an eye on them, because when working on the dike we try not to disturb them too much, but rather give them a helping hand. Sometimes they have to move a nest, like this oyster catcher's nest you see right here. When designing the dike, we worked together with nature organizations to determine how we could work with and not against the flora and fauna of the dike. Here is a good example of one of the results. This is a tidal pool. It fills up at high tide, and at low tide water remains in the pool. Shrimp, mussels and crustaceans get an attractive place to live on the dike. In addition to reinforcing the dike, 3 wind turbines will be installed to generate sustainable energy. A world first that is being realized in the Netherlands. That is an innovation for both wind and water management. Here the foundation of one of the wind turbines is being constructed on the landward side of the dike. These are solid foundations, so that the wind turbines don't compromise the safety of the dike. When the dike is completely finished and set up, we will have a strong dike that is good for people, agriculture and nature. With a bike path along the top and benches in various places, everyone can safely enjoy the wonderful surroundings of the Groninger land and the Waddenzee mudflats.